Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. This is episode 44. Last time we came face to face with Inquisitor Ameridan of the original Inquisition and then battled Hakon Winter's Breath. And that about does it for the main plot line of the Frostback Basin. But there is still stuff for us to do in terms of cleaning up. There's still optional quests for us to do. And we will get to that as we will with all of the other side quests in all of the other regions, doing all of the things, because there is much to do. However, I don't want to do another scenario where it takes 1,000,000 years for us to do another main quest. And it's been about 8 episodes now. So we're getting close to, every sort of 8 to 10 episodes at this point. It's a main quest. But I think that we have a limited amount of main quests to do. You're completely overwhelmed by additional content. So we've gotten all of our companion-related quest stuff out of the way. We've got a main quest ahead of us, and then everything else is sort of like the additional sort of go here and do this, collect this lore, and I do want to do that. I'm kind of in two minds. It's really interesting. Is there's part of me that's like, I want to push forward that story, but at the same time, there's so much here that I want to make sure that I get as well, because I don't want to let myself down with getting into all of that stuff, because I am passionate about it, and then I do want everybody else to be able to see my reactions, my responses to the lore and everything in there as well. So rest assured, everything will get done. And we've got a couple more DLCs to do as well. There's the Deep Roads, which I guess we'll do soon as well. And then I believe that the other one is Trespasser, which is after the events of the main game. I can't remember the name of the DLC in relation to the Deep Roads. It's probably called something to do with that. Who knows? But we're going to dive into this episode, and we're going to do a main quest because I need to spice it up a little bit. So we have an Inquisition perk. So that's what we can do at the very first thing we can do, give ourselves a new perk. Now, we can do some merchant-related things, but we don't really do that much anyway. I'm thinking we'll do something in our forces. So I might do the underworld knowledge because probably sooner rather than later to open up new dialogue options and more XP. So we'll get underworld knowledge. And then I don't think I had anyone else. Oh, hang on, I did, didn't I? I had an appeal to the Shaperate. King Balin has graciously agreed to grant Professor Kenrick access to the Orzammar Shaperate once Kenrick has completed his work in the Frostback Basin, of course. In the meantime, copied records of Arena have been sent ahead as a sign of this agreement. King Balin hopes our alliance will continue to benefit all involved. Josephine. A note from Kenrick follows. The first paragraph consists of a crossed-out series of thank yous, each more effusive than the last. I cannot express how thrilled I am to visit the Shaperate. The documents they sent are incredible. It seems Arena was born to a warrior caste family. The theory that she was a runaway noble was romantic. I rather fancied the notion myself, but knowing the truth makes her seem more a person than a legend. Much preferable, in my opinion. Arena met Ameridan while fighting demons in the Deep Roads, as history states. Since dwarves do not possess magic, Ameridan had come to learn ways in which non-mages could fight demons more effectively. Arena was gifted in the field and had developed several unique methods. Apparently, Arena did not get along with Ameridan's friend Harren at the time. It was quite the shock when she announced her departure from the Tig, especially since it put a damper on betrothal talks between Arena's family and another well-to-do house. The documents also include some descriptions of Arena's combat methods that may interest your commander. I will see that these remain in Skyhold's possession. Nice. We got a Master Demon Slaying rune. Lovely. Now, with that in mind, actually, I'm just going to check in with Dagna before we proceed, because Dagna was tied to Cullen's quest line, and I do need to ditch a bunch of my inventory in here anyway. So to the Undercroft we go. Let's have a chat.
Oh, that worked out well. That's always lucky. I mean, nice.
Okay, nothing there.
I'll see you later, Dagna.
I can't wait.
Just wanted to double check that there was something to do with
Where's my hammer?
Dagna.
Not that one.
I need to clear out my inventory before we head out into a main mission, because that is the mistake I always make, and then we will proceed. Okay, I have now achieved what I've wanted to do. Emptied my inventory and actually took the opportunity to craft some new armor pieces for our companions, so we'll see that once we venture out into the wilds. I guess that'll depend on who we take with us for this main quest. So we haven't actually read this description yet either. So let's take a look. What pride had wrought. The Inquisition is now a force to be reckoned with. Call its
It was
allies.
interesting to see how much has changed in Halam Sharal. And so little. Madame Méprise is a fixture. The sun will grow cold before she retires.
The Inquisition is now a force to be reckoned with. Call its allies to rally their soldiers and march with Inquisitor Llewellyn's army to the Arbor Wilds, where they will face Corypheus's zealots one final time. The Inquisition must stop Corypheus before the Darkspawn Magister finds a long-lost elven artifact in the wilds that allows him to enter the Fade physically and claim its power. This seems very stressful. One final time.
With an illuvion, Corypheus could cross into the Fade in the flesh.
Indeed, the Inquisitor can attest that these artifacts still work if one knows how to use them.
What happens when Corypheus enters the Fade?
Why, he will gain his heart's desire and take the power of a god. Or, and this is more likely, the lunatic will unleash forces that tear the world apart.
Amazing. And while we're hearing the beautiful voice of Claudia Black, she's in the latest Star Wars series for Ahsoka, which is absolutely amazing. I won't spoil the character, but it's very fitting on the character that she's playing. It's great.
In Redcliffe, I saw the future Corypheus built. We can't let that happen. 'Twas always so, was it not? The madman would bury us all.
Pardon me, but does this mean everything's lost unless we get to the Illuvion before him?
Corypheus has a head start, no matter how quickly our army moves.
We should gather our allies before we march.
Can we wait for them? We should send our spies ahead to the Arbor Wilds.
Without support from the soldiers, you'd lose half of them.
Then what should we do?
Ooh, okay. Every time Redcliffe is mentioned, I'm like, I keep saying that I want to go back there, and then I forget to go back to Redcliffe. Let's go back to Redcliffe. Nope, we're going to the goddamn Emerald Graves or something.
For starters, we don't let Corypheus worry us to death. Imagine how embarrassing that would be. Josephine, have our allies send scouts to meet us in the wilds. Leliana, your fastest agents will join them. Together, we'll have enough spies to slow down Corypheus's army until Cullen's soldiers arrive. Such confidence. But the Arbor Wilds are not so kind to visitors. Old elven magic lingers in those woods.
We'd be remiss to not take advantage of your knowledge, Lady Morrigan. Please, lend us your expertise.
'Tis why I came here, although it is good to see its value recognized.
Any further instructions, Inquisitor?
The Inquisition began as a handful of soldiers. Thanks to you, we're now a force that will topple a self-proclaimed god. I could ask for no finer counsel, no better guidance.
I speak for all of us when I answer. We could ask for no finer cause.
We'll hound Corypheus in the wilds before he can find the temple or this illuvion.
All right. I'm proud of you all. Confirm. Time for main quest shenanigans. Okay, so elven related stuff that locks us into a very easy choice. Going into this game, I was almost convinced that Varric was going to be my mainstay rogue. How interesting that that is not the case. Now, for my warrior, like I kind of don't feel like any of them really have a huge reason for being. I kind of want to bring Cassandra. I kind of want to bring Blackwall as well. I think Solus and Cole might have the most to give for us story-wise, but I'm going to bring Blackwall stats-wise. Let's see how we go. Usually I focus for all story, but who knows, maybe Blackwall will say something cool. It's so interesting how his character is viewed so differently now as Tom Rainier, because you're like, oh, he's no longer the Grey Warden to bring along. He's just some guy. Ooh, music. Roll D20. Okay, that's not dice. Josephine's rolling the dice for a true tabletop adventure. Oh, the crow on the titty pauldron is so cool. To war! This cutscene is so cool, but it's so low quality. What a cool sequence. That was awesome. Fucking Game of Thrones level event.
Inquisitor.
How goes the battle, Captain?
The Red Templars fall beneath our blades, your worship. Commander Cullen says they're nearly finished. Our scouts saw Corypheus traveling towards an elven ruin to the north. We can clear you a path through his armies.
Nice.
So all you have to do is fend off Corypheus's worst zealots until I've returned.
We shall not flinch, your worship, not a one of us. Andraste guide you, Inquisitor.
I wonder, is it Andraste your soldiers invoke during battle, or does a more immediate name come to their lips?
They show me respect, Morrigan. No one mistakes me for the Maker.
True. You are far more likely to come to their aid than a chantry fable. But I digress. If your scouts report accurately, I believe these ruins to be the Temple of Mythal.
Which is?
A place of worship out of elven legend. If Corypheus seeks it, then the Illuvian he covets lies within. Let us hope we reach this temple before the entire forest is reduced to ash.
Someone's setting off fucking firecrackers off in the distance? Okay. I just realized She's not in the party, but she also is in the party. Ah! What is that staff, though? What the fuck is that? Is that that's a horn of something, right? What is that a horn of? Morrigan's unofficially in the party and walking through people. Ah, that's so cool. Everything feels so serious that I'm so terrified. Look at this burb. This is so cool. Okay. We got an Arbor Wilds Codex entry. Focus up. If I can click on it correctly. Cruxus. For once, look to the elves for guidance. The Daelish shun the Arbor Wilds when the people who would start a war over a single crumbling wall ignore a large elven ruin to the south. It bodes disaster. There is beauty and curiosity in the forest, such as trees that rise tall as towers, but those who travel too deep into them never return. You asked if I could identify the elven architecture from the few existing sketches of the outer ruins. They have curious similarities to stonework found in Arlathan, so I would guess it is likely an old elven temple dating 200-300 years before the Imperium. Anything else is conjecture that I feel will spurn you on in this folly. Letter from a scholar of the Tevinter Imperium to Magister Cruxus, a mage of high standing, who led a doomed expedition into the Arbor Wilds a year afterwards. Wow. Crucius? Cruxus? Crucius sounds cooler. Cool. Okay, everything feels great. Also, we can take a look at my my equipment for everybody. We've given... Solus and I have had a main sort of adjustment. I crafted some better materials, and we've also given something to Blackwall as well, so he's looking mighty fancy. Cole's just wearing the same stuff, but it's a glow up, because I was saying I wanted the I wanted to have the keeper robes for my character because they look beautiful, and boy golly do they look beautiful. Okay, so in we go. The Arbor Wilds, beautiful looking spot. We're at the Inquisition forward camp. Let us proceed. What do we have out here? Stormheart. Whoever be naming these minerals out here are very creative. So the temple... Hang on. The Temple of Mythal. Do we have anything on Mythal? Again, what would be amazing is if we could just, like, Google, you know, within the thing. Here we go. Mythal, the Great Protector. We do have stuff. This is what I love about the Codex, is like you read this stuff and then you get like a name drop and you're like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, let's have a read. The Great Protector. So the Temple of Mythal. Elganon had defeated his father, the sun, and all was covered in darkness. Pleased with himself, Elganon sought to console his mother, the earth, by replacing all that the sun had destroyed. But the earth knew that without the sun nothing could grow. She whispered to Elganon this truth and pleaded with him to release his father. But Elganon's pride was great, and his vengeance was terrible, and he refused. It was at this moment that Mythal walked out of the sea of the earth's tears and onto the land. She placed her hand on Elganon's brow, and at her touch he grew calm and knew that his anger had led him astray. Humbled, Elganon went to the place where the sun was buried and spoke to him. Elganon said he would release the sun if the sun promised to be gentle and to return to the earth each night. The sun, feeling remorse at what he had done, agreed. And so the sun rose again in the sky and shone his golden light upon the earth. Elganon and Mythal, with the help of the earth and the sun, brought back to life all the wondrous things that the sun had destroyed, and they grew and thrived. And that night, when the sun had gone to sleep, Mythal gathered the glowing earth around his bed and formed it into a sphere to be placed in the sky, a pale reflection of the sun's true glory. So, Mythal in myth, in legend, created the moon to replace the sun during the night. The Great Protector. I don't know if we have anything else. It would honestly be amazing if there was like you could search keywords. It would be incredible to do that. It would it would certainly help because there's probably some other stuff that might mention Mythal that you probably wouldn't get at first glance. But we'll try the best. I'm assuming, because all of these, Here Lies the Abyss, In Your Heart Shall Burn, Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts, In Hushed Whispers, The Wrath of Heaven, like these are all main quests. So I'm assuming this one is going to be one as well. It might be this one or it might be a future one, but we'll see. That was history. I don't know if places would give anything because we've already, I think this is just when you go to a place, it tells you about it. It's hard to like look through it and be like, oh, are we going to have anything in here? I don't know. History is where we were from. Groups. I don't think we'd have anything in associated groups. There's not a character. It still like blows me away that like we're this deep into the game and there's so many character ones that aren't filled in here. It's kind of really confusing. I'm like, how are there still characters? Like 36 out of 56, there's still 20 characters that aren't in here. All the others, well, history, no. But a lot of the others are well over halfway for the most part. It's just very interesting. Okay, so Mythal is the Great Protector. At least we have that information, I suppose, going in here. She was sort of like crucial to the movements of the sun and the moon.
If the soldiers aren't careful with their fires, they'll do Corypheus's work for him.
Do you sense the magic crackling? Something more powerful than the Red Templars stirs.
I can't even begin to express how much I love the fact that she's walking with our party. I've got my 2 goth witches. It's a dream come true. In Dragon Age Inquisition, when we started, I was like, Morrigan's not in this game because, and I don't have my my goth witch, so I will become the goth witch. And then I got blessed with 2 goth witches. Doesn't get any better than that. Very good. Very good indeed. Where's the way through? I guess those explosions that went off in the distance was the opening of where we're supposed to go. Empress Celine's general is down the hill. Okay. All these mushrooms, they're bloody massive. This is a gorgeous looking place. So green. Could you imagine if like most of the locations on Earth was this green and beautiful? It'd be a much better world for it. Oh, hello. I've upgraded my weapons, you bastards, so prepare to get melted. Oh, this is so sick. Now, I've unfortunately got a corrupting rune on my staff, so I don't think I'm... Do Red Templars would count as corrupted, obviously. So, I've got bonus damage to living on this staff, and then my other staff that I've got waiting in the wings does bonus damage to corrupted, but it's much less DPS. But more magic and willpower, so it's like, there's a bit of a mix here. I might switch to the Grand Enchanter's staff just because I'll be doing more damage to the corrupted. I get more magic and willpower. I think that's like... The thing is, what's really kind of interesting is this comparison is not enough to give you a fully detailed breakdown of how much of a difference 17 magic makes. Like, you would assume a lot, right? But at the same time, all you have to go off is this screen and the DPS, and your brain wants to go DPS number is the most important thing. But I don't know. Because the other one gives me a heal on kill and a critical damage bonus as well, so it's, hey, you know, it is what it is. But we'll stick on the corrupted damage. god, this is gorgeous. Look at this location. Get your filthy paws out of this place. Preserve it. Oh shit, what did I just activate? Oh, I've got... Hang on, I'm gonna have to get used to that. I've got a new ability here now, don't I? Instead of my other fire ability. What is this now? Aegis of the Rift. So I turn the veil into a magical shield. Yes, okay. So this is now a defensive spell, not an offensive spell. I might move this on my little thing actually. I'll move it down there. So I'll have my attacking spells, my support spells, and then these guys. But this is a nice little bubble to protect my team. Oh, I see stuff behind that waterfall. Maybe. Wait. Maybe? Oh, not a big secret behind the waterfall. Just some stuff. Damn it. Not good enough. Get this one archer up here. Ah.
One down!
I love that they're like, the Empress Celine's general is going to help you out. He was just in that one location. And then he's like, all right, you're on your own now.
Those were Grey Wardens. They must be the last of those enslaved at Adamant.
Oh, shit.
Poor bastards. Corypheus has them dying by the dozen.
Far out. Okay, those were still enslaved Grey Wardens. I didn't even notice. God damn, when Dragon Age wants to make a beautiful location, they'll do it. They'll do it. Oh, look, I've got people. I'm not alone after all. They're just kind of all standing there awkwardly, though. Look at all these archers fighting at close range. Even the enemy archers are fighting at close range. What is this? Get back into the fight, soldier.
For the Herald!
For the Herald!
The Inquisition!
Okay. You guys aren't even coming with me. The best part would be if, like, every time you clear a blockade, they, like, push in with you and you know in Dragon Age Origins when you're, like, in Denerim and you can, like, assign all your different groups?
An entire camp of Red Templars.
Look sharp! They've got archers on the wall!
Okay, you call in your reinforcements for, like, the dwarves and stuff.
They didn't look Dalish.
It seems this temple of Mythal is not deserted after all.
Oh, shit.
Perhaps these creatures are the reason few return from the Arbor Wilds.
Interesting. Master Dragon slaying rune. Captain Lowen, I don't want grumbling in the lower ranks that our Lord Corypheus handpicked Grey Wardens to be part of his honor guard over his Templars. Our charge is not to understand his will, it is only to obey it. Besides, our masters still saw he lost all but a few dozen enslaved Grey Wardens to the Inquisitor at Adamant. If your soldiers are smart, they'll keep quiet about it. Lieutenant Kilden. Let me tell you something about these characters in Dragon Age on the villain side. Because I'm reminded of Samson, right? And what's really strange is, like, you don't want to have Corypheus have too much presence where he shows up and gets defeated every time, because then it really diminishes his presence and, like, his status as a villain. That's what Samson should be for. He's like his, like, second in command. That, like, what's really bizarre to me, and they've actively made this decision, is Samson shows up in one cutscene for In Your Heart Shall Burn, so Cullen can go, I know that guy, and then he never appears again. Like, he's just only read about, and then we're researching how to destroy his armor and whatnot. But, like, he doesn't even show up in cutscenes. He doesn't show up at a place where we could maybe, like, foil a plan or, like, have, like, some face-to-face with him. I feel like it's a really missed opportunity, is, like the whole entire enemy force with Corypheus and Samson and all of that, it's all in the background. We don't see any of it. You know, we're going through all of these main quests and doing cool stuff, which I love, but I don't think that there's, like, In Your Heart Shall Burn is the closest we got to that, and then that's kind of it. We're supposed to go, okay, cool, that's a threat, but then we can just safely sit our butts in Skyhold with no worries. And it's kind of a bit strange. I guess we're just, like, obviously we're doing good work pushing up against the Red Templars and shutting them down at all their different points. Like, we're playing it smart. But I kind of wish that there was at least one other In Your Heart Shall Burn related thing. And that might happen here. I might be jumping the gun a bit because this is like that final push against Corypheus's zealots. But I'm mainly talking about in between what we've done, you know? And I guess it's really complicated because our perspective is skewed because of how much content we put in between main missions, so it's longer than it actually is. But you know what I mean, right? I just wish we had more prominence, more like actual visuals on what the main bad guys are up to in the main storyline. We don't really get that, you know? And like I said, we might get it now, but I feel like earlier would have been better as well, because it feels like we're pushing into sort of like a climax. And I think In Your Heart Shall Burn was like the end of the first act of the story, and then we moved into the second act, and maybe there could have been like an end of the second act that pushes us into a final thing. And I don't think we've really had. I think the end of an Act 2, if I was to give a second act an ending, was probably Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. Or it would be Into the Abyss, depending on which order you do them. I don't know, maybe this ramble makes zero sense. Maybe some of it makes sense. I think my main thing is, I think having a little bit more Samson would have been a good idea. Maybe you, like, face him and you can't fucking beat him because he's got this whole armor situation, and that sort of inspires researching how to crack that armor wide open, you know? Like, you have an encounter with him. I don't know. Just spitballing as we run through the forest on a little hike. Oh shit. Get melted, punks. Probably wasted my Fade Rift there. Just flexing the Inquisitor's powers. This is the best part, where it's like, you know how you start a game off and you're wearing, like, in an RPG, you're wearing your leather scraps and you're just, like, hitting things and everything's super powerful. I love that progression in an RPG, from, like, starting off as a little pleb, and then you walk through and you're like, the Inquisition is powerful. You know, we've amassed allies, we've got people on our side, we're leading the charge, you know? We're putting in that work. It's so much more satisfying that way, I think. You just push through, and you are the force to be reckoned with. And that feels immersive to me. Feels right. My power feels earned. How's everyone doing? To all captains of the Red Templars, we're not stopping to deal with these elven fanatics. Press forward, post more guards, and handle the ambushes as they come. Finding the Temple of Mythal is our first and only task. Once I become the vessel, our master can finally claim the power waiting for him. No elves, no city, no nation will be a match for a living god. This is the day we've bled for. The Inquisition and our legions are snapping at our heels, and you've sacrificed more than anyone should ask. But if we fall here, the deaths of your brothers and sisters meant nothing. I won't let that happen. I know none of you will either. For the glory of the Elder One, General Samson. Where is he? The bastard. You know what I mean? Fucking wanking in the back. Mehmet's Warhammer. Sir Mehmet, a Ravani Templar, fought in the Exalted March on the Dales for one reason, his love of killing elves, which pushed him to so many victories, the Chantry elevated him to Anointed after his death. To this day, Harlem Shral elves consider his name a curse. The disrespect of putting it out here. How dare. How dare. Alright. Onward. Alright, the camps give law, remember that. Now, it looks like we're heading in this direction, but if we go over here, there's a really cool looking stuff through this. Look at this. Oh, there's a battle going down here. Sentinel Shadow. I have defeated level 25 dragons. Oh, there's a veil fire. Huh, yes, light the veil fire. What I might do actually, while we're here, is I think it's a trials thing, right? Even ground. Enemies scale to be at least the same level as the Inquisitor. Oh, this is interesting. Trials may cause enemies or followers to behave unpredictably. Reduces the chance of receiving... Oh, hang on. The enemies of the Inquisition have new traits. Okay. You lose all focus if you rest. All healing potions, only 1 health. Oh my god. All supply caches removed from the game. XP at half the normal rate. Negative approval changes for followers are doubled. You thought bears were tough. Think again. Okay. Jesus. We'll put on even ground just for a bit. See how we feel for this mission. We've already got the veil fire lit, so why does it want us to light it again? I guess we can just light our own torch. Are there any runes around here? We should take a look. Go and take a look for some runes, baby. I don't know if this is going to take a lot of time to search for, but... Oh, hang on. Something down here? Nope. We'll just run with it. I don't know if there's going to be anything. There should be, right? But also, I didn't find anything in the Frostback Basin with those torches either. So who knows? It does tend to stand out with the sound effect. I don't know. We'll carry the Olympic torch. Usually it should just be in the location it related to.
We'll hold these monsters, Inquisitor. The free mages stop.
And maybe there's something here. You guys fight him. I'm running with my Olympic torch. This is just going to take us to the final. Yeah. Right. I give up. Actually,
Inquisitor. We are keeping them at bay.
Is that
Follow
Liliana?
the river to the temple.
Wait, where's Liliana? Wait. Yes! I heard, it was like, you're coming from this direction. Yes, Liliana's... Wait, where'd you go? Oh, she was here, okay. Oh, there you are. Liliana's fighting, and she's got her arrows that are shooting it into the fucking wall. You're doing great, sweetie. I love that. Does that mean Cullen would be here too, yeah? Josephine's obviously fighting as well, guys. I didn't find any runes, unfortunately. Yes, look at all the mages go. I mean, fuck it, we're so powerful that even putting them at our level still melts them anyway. Teehee. Well, at least this way nobody can complain at me about us not being at the same level. Because there's always someone. So they're at my level and I'm still beating them. I deserve to be this powerful. Nice. Alright, Samson and Corypheus, you better fuck off because I'm hungry and I haven't eaten. I'm gonna burn everyone who gets in the way of me next meal. Dude, look at these. The senior wardens. It's so sad to kill them. But obviously there's nothing we can do. I love it when the fire mine doesn't go off.
Not even a challenge.
Oh, Cullen's here. Yes.
What now?
Baby girl is here. Let's go. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Can we just, oh my god. All right, hang on. Everyone, please, just take a look at this and just, oh, BioWare art direction team. Oh my god. Can we just take a look at that? I want to live here. I wish to be a fairy frolicking in my woods. Look at this place. We've got Corypheus' minions trying to take a shit on this, but it's just so beautiful it cancels it out. Gorgeous. You know, Dragon Age Inquisition might be like super bloated with its content, but fuck me. Like, when it does some stuff, it does it so right. Like, it is so good. Look at this. This is ominous as hell.
That must be the Temple of Mythal.
If we find Corypheus anywhere, it will be there.
I'd count on it. Be ready.
All right, this is what I've been anticipating. I've been anticipating another, oh shit, another main villain encounter, please. I need to be put in my place because I've grown too strong. I need Corypheus to show up and slap me. Or Samson at least. That's Samson with his armor? Oh!
Still think to fight us, Master.
Whoa!
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
He's so fucked up. Morgan's like, whoa! Corypheus is coked out on red lyrium.
Witness death at the hands of a new god.
Oh, what the fuck? It just melted his face. And we have new elves. I have so many things to say. Samson looks coked out of his fucking mind too. Corypheus just melted. Oh god, why is this so choppy? Why is this so choppy? Oh god!
It cannot be!
Across the bridge, now!
What the fuck? Wait, what? Wait, what the fuck? What? What does that even... Dude, where are we? Holy shit. All right, pause. I need to think. I need to talk. Holy shit. What the fuck? Oh, my voice. Oh my god, this is incredible. Hold on a second, guys. No, I'm in a cutscene. I have so many thoughts.
At last, Mythal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
I thought Corypheus was here for an alluvion. Why did he mention a Well of Sorrows back on the bridge?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
All right. Okay. Whoa! Whoa! Ancient elves. Dude. Ancient looking elves with some sort of cool laser beam projecty thing. They just killed Corypheus. They disintegrated the fucker. And he just respawned out of someone else. Like, is that the taint or the red lyrium stuff that allows Corypheus to just come back? Because that's pretty significant. Dude actually got melted by ancient elven magic and then forced himself out of one of his minions' bodies, like just rebirthed himself. Like disgustingly so. And what was really interesting is that in that scene before, there was this big beefy looking red lyrium person walking. And I thought that was Samson because they talked up the whole armor thing. So I was like, oh dude, he's walking around in a red lyrium Iron Man suit. But that, I think that was just like a random enemy because Samson just looks like a guy. He looks like a drug addict, but he looks like a guy who hasn't slept in thousands of years, but he doesn't look like he's in a special armor. Like they've like talked about that and like made it like an expectation. He's like, hey, he's got this unbreakable armor we need to research, and you could just shoot him in the face with an arrow and he would die. You know what I mean? Like I thought he'd be in like this big hulking armor. So when I saw that big figure, I was like, oh, that's Samson. But he's just kind of like a rat. And then Corypheus definitely looks more fucked up than when we last saw him. Like he still has all those pieces, but he looks like he's got more red lyrium going on with him. So he looks like he's been like juicing. And that has nothing on whatever defenses these ancient elves just sprung on him, because they melted his face. That was so cool. And then he comes back and spawns in the little archdemon dragony guy. I about orgasmed during that. That's incredible. So And then we haven't even gotten to the fact that he's not even after an Eluvian, apparently. The Well of Sorrows. Lord knows what that even is. And even Morrigan doesn't know, which is quite substantial.
You're not certain? You said you knew what he was looking for.
Did you say that so mean?
Only so far, it seems.
I suspected. I did not know. Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
Why was that middle option so rude?
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do. I want to know how Corypheus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, Darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
Fuck.
Corypheus cannot die. Destroy his body and he will assume another.
We'll find a way to stop him once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey Wardens are able to slay them. Yet Corypheus they locked away. Perhaps they knew he could do this, but not how.
So we got to see... We can talk to Morrigan here. Amazing. We got to actually see what happened in the Legacy DLC in Dragon Age 2, where he but in a different way, right? So it's very clear that, Hawk was like, I saw him die, man. He was at my feet, lifeless, and he transferred his essence into Larius, and then I guess eventually just fucking ejected himself out of Larius and came back. So he can kind of just do that at will. And what is incredible about this is addressing that with what Morrigan just said, is perhaps the Grey Wardens, tried to slay him and was like, fuck, it didn't work. Which is pretty incredible, because that makes him more powerful than archdemons. So this instantly becomes way much more of a threat than a blight, because this is just so much worse. Incredible. We got a codex entry for the Temple of Mythal. And here's the thing about Dragon Age Inquisition here at this point. Anytime we're in a main quest, our brain is exploding. This game, during the main quest, is some of the most incredibly well-written, well-put-together Dragon Age content we have gotten on a story perspective. And it is only strengthened by the previous games that it is like that, right? And then the companion quests and those main side quests, incredible. So good, really well done. And then the interactions and the little cutscenes, playing Wicked Grace and stuff like that, it's just beautiful. It's like the icing and the cherry on top. And I really think if this game focused on that and gave us side content, but maybe half the amount or something, this would be just perfect. I think it would be perfect. I think there is too much that makes people give up because it wears them down, because we are all completionists in some way, some shape, form, especially with Dragon Age. It makes you want to do everything, and then you get to this third game where it gives you everything, and it's so much that I just think if it was just a tighter experience, it would be viewed in such a more positive light. Because when we do the main quest, I'm just mind blown. I am honestly playing this game being like, this is the greatest thing, and it energizes me, makes me want to jump up and down. But then when I play and I go to an area and this guy says, please collect these bear furs, and maybe I'll tell you about the bear fur, brain wants to kind of go to sleep, and not in a bad way, but it's just nowhere near as engaging, And I don't want to ramble too much, but I feel like that encapsulates my thought. Main quest, amazing, so good. So here we go. We got some more Mythal lore, which is good. So the Temple of Mythal. Once again, Jeddah TV is completely at odds with reality. Ancient elven temples were no simple shrines. Extensive digging shows that buildings radiated out of the main edifice, much like a city wrapped around a palace. Indeed, these temple complexes must have been cities once, with a veritable army of functionaries running them. Each cult had different rituals, ablutions, and prayers to their chosen patron that ran all hours of the day. The time and effort devoted to them must have been staggering. Perhaps it's best we have lost knowledge of these pagan rites. The deities that the old elves worshipped, if they existed at all, were clearly demons masquerading as higher powers. One shudders to think what went on before their thrones. Interesting. And we're currently witnessing like old elves chilling out here. Now, was every single elf ever in existence stripped of their immortality? I can't remember. Like, are these elves like fucking old, or are they like just generations that have just stayed here and maintained themselves? I don't know. I can't remember that detail. If all elves were stripped of their, I think they were. I think the gift of long life for elves was stripped away from all of them, right? I believe so. Upon the destruction of Arlathan, I think. So much to think about right now.
Yes?
Yes.
Are you certain Corypheus is using the power of the Blight to make himself immortal?
Perhaps you forget. I was in Ferelden during the Fifth Blight. I have seen a true archdemon rage. How Corypheus gained the power to send his soul into blighted bodies, that is the real question.
That is true. And how do we stop it? How do we cancel that man's subscription to eternal life?
Will answering that question let us destroy Corypheus for good?
Perhaps. I would suggest first dealing with the well. If Corypheus obtains it, any chance of success could be lost.
We don't even know what it is.
Do you know what this part of the temple was used for?
The room we stand in is a vestibule, not the temple proper. To those who knew it, perhaps this ritual was little more than a polite knock at the gate. These customs must have been as familiar to ancient elves as bowing to a queen is to you or I.
I find it difficult to picture you curtsying to anyone.
Have we become so familiar you can predict my manners and customs now? Nothing is lost by indulging in the occasional civilized conduct, particularly when unexpected.
She's like looking right at the camera and going, remember, your character doesn't know me the way you do.
You said this Mythal was worshipped as a goddess.
So one assumes. What is a god but a being of immense power? The dread old gods were nothing more than dragons, after all. They rise as archdemons, and they die. Perhaps Mythal was a powerful elf, a ruler among her kind. History often plays storyteller with facts.
You admit lack of knowledge, and yet dismiss her so readily?
I do not dismiss it. I question her supposed divinity. One need not be a god to have value. Truthfully, I'm uncertain Mythal was even a single entity. The accounts are varied.
Ooh, okay.
There are varied accounts of Mythal.
In most stories, Mythal rights wrongs while exercising motherly kindness. Let fly your voice to Mythal, deliverer of justice, protector of sun and earth alike. Other paint her as dark, vengeful. Pray to Mythal and she would smite your enemies, leaving them in agony.
More Dalish tales, I assume.
Oh. Speak up, son. You're in the back there, chatting shit. You want to say something?
If you know more about this, Solus, speak.
The oldest accounts say Mythal was both of these, and neither. She was the mother, protective and fierce. That is all I will say. This is not a place to stir up old stories.
Whatever the truth, all accounts of Mythal end the same. Exiled to the beyond with her brethren.
That's literally what Morrigan just said. Solus is like, she's both actually. Morrigan just said that. What the fuck, Solus? He's like, actually, Mythal was both. And then Morrigan goes, yeah, I just said that. He's like, well, you didn't hear it from me, babe. I don't want to talk about this anymore. the thing about Solus, right, is I'm absolutely fascinated with him, and we've romanced him purely out of that fascination for the elven lore. I'm not in love with the guy, and he's a bit of a douchebag sometimes. Apparently, we're into that. Apparently, I'm into the rough stuff with these characters. We're romancing Morrigan, we're romancing Isabella, and we're romancing Solus. Kind of the lovable assholes of the groups. I mean, all of the characters are lovable assholes in their own way. But like sometimes he says some shit that it's just like, dude, like be quiet. Like, you know?
What do you mean exiled?
Tricked by the Dread Wolf, as all the elven gods were said to be.
Yes.
Trapped in a land beyond the Fade. Many Dalish believe this is why the elves fell from grace, and their gods did not save them. Or perhaps they were simply rulers slain by Tevinter. Who can say?
I love that story. He's like, oh yeah, guys, go that way. Trust me. And then he just shuts the door and locks it behind him. It's so good. And this is so, like, it's honestly incredible and it makes me so happy. And I'm sorry to, like, just constantly be ranting this episode, but it is passionate. It is out of love that I just love how rewarding this game is for a love of elves and the elvish lore. And it's so good because I think things have just worked out tremendously well for us, because I remember going through Dragon Age Origins and being like, oh, like we're a dwarf, because I just thought it was cool. Like, you know, we're a dwarven rogue. That just is so fitting for my character and who I want to be. So cool. And I love Orzammar, and the dwarven lore was so cool and how they work with stuff. And the human aspect was always the most, like, the least exciting. You know, it was the most boring. But there was some cool stuff going on there naturally, like with the Grey Wardens and everything there. And then we get to the Brazilian Forest and we start reading about all of the gods and the lore stuff. And I'm going, this is the coolest thing ever. And it makes me wish that I started as an elf in that game, because I was just like, oh, wow. Because I didn't know what to really expect from the lore going into the game, obviously. And we get to the Brazilian Forest and I'm like, I was kicking myself for not being an elf. And then I was like, all right, Dragon Age 2. If like, whatever that game is going to be, if we're not our same character, like a Mass Effect situation, we get to create our own character, I'll probably be an elf. And then we were restricted to being a human, right? And I was like, crap. But then it allowed us to be an elf in this game. And this is so rewarding, because being an elf in this game gives you such a unique perspective on everything. It makes me so happy. Everything has worked out so nicely from us reading that lore in the Brazilian Forest, just being like, this is the coolest shit I've ever read. And now we get to like experience so much more of it. It's so good. And this is why I adore Dragon Age Inquisition on this stuff. The story and the lore is holding this shit up like Atlas holding up the earth so badly. It's incredibly satisfying. Incredibly satisfying.
You've seen the elves here. They seem odd.
Indeed. Two things are possible. One, this is a group of Dalish separated from their brethren, cultists, fanatic in their desire to keep humans away. Two, these are elves descended from the ancients, having resided here since before the fall of Arlathan. The second appears unlikely, but if true, the implications are astounding.
I fucking hope so, because that would be the coolest. Yeah, I'll use my, like, knowledge.
If they keep records, it could change everything we thought we knew about history.
'Tis thrilling, no? To discover an era thought lost forever has possibly thrived in the shadows. We may, however, find these elves reluctant to part with their long-kept secrets.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So cool if so. Somebody call Meryl. She's gonna really want to be here. Hey, Meryl, you don't have to go mirror diving.
Yes?
Okay. So those are still there.
Let's continue.
As you wish.
See, this is really nostalgic. The ability to, because she's not in our party, but the ability to talk with our companions out in the field is really nice. That's something I really miss about Dragon Age, or just BioWare in general, right? being able to talk to your characters while you're out there instead of waiting for the party banter, because that gives an opportunity for our character to interact with them. So that feels really nice. I like that a lot. All right. Again, passionate rambles, everybody. So I will not apologize for it, actually, because my love for this game runs deep. My love for this series runs deep. I will not apologize for my passionate rants, because otherwise, you know, how else am I supposed to show how much I care about this stuff? Whoa.
It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Ancient Elven. I can't make out much.
Atishol vir Abalasan. It means enter the path of the Well of Sorrows.
There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shivenen. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
Oh, it's so good having Solus here with his big brain who can read, apparently, which is good. It's really interesting to see how differently this could go with your understandings of things depending on who you bring. It'd be silly to not bring the elf to the elven-related mission, though. Cool.
We're out of luck unless one of those temple elves drops a lexicon.
Supplicants to Mythal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
Cool.
So, good Andrastians, we offer a prayer to elven gods.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back.
So we walked on this and it glowed. Did it glow? Do we just light it all up? Oh, hang on.
Do not step any place you have stepped before.
Oh, it's one of these.
There can be no vacillation. This is where petitioners walked the path of their gods.
It is where they paid fealty to the gods. I have seen it in the Fade. Only the reverent were permitted to touch this ground, and only in solemn contemplation.
Okay, if I jump, it's fucked. If I jump, it ruins it. I need to get a good starting point. Alright, hold on. Let's try this again. I'm trying to look at like everything as well, like all of the details, all of the statues around the place. Excuse me? Why did those not activate? Okay, I think this worked out.
Well done. Let us see what...
Okay, that worked out for us anyway. So ancient elven little pillars here. Interesting.
I see the Red Templars have already encountered the temple's guardians.
Those elves lay an impressive ambush. Where are they?
Preparing another display of hospitality, no doubt.
So we're seeing a lot of dragon women statues. A lot of them. And I thought it was separate in the Arbor Wilds, but it's in this temple as well. So I'm wondering if this is Mythal. And there's only one dragon woman that we know of. And that's making me like shake, actually. That's like giving me goosebumps. That's making my heart pound out of my chest, because if that's Mythal, there's only one woman that we have known to be able to transform into a dragon, and we've witnessed it, and that's a really scary thought to even try and connect the two. Unless there's another, which is fine as well. Okay. Statue of Fenharel. The rebel god. The Dalish use Harellen to mean traitor to one's kin, but the word does not appear in any elven text before the Tower's Age. The ancient root word is related to Harillan, or opposition, and Helathan, or noble struggle. The Dalish call Fenharel a god of deception, but I posit a far more accurate translation would be god of rebellion. What he rebelled against is a story lost to time. In Dalish legends, Fenharel seals away the other deities out of love of trickery. If we understood more ancient Elven, we might find earlier versions of the Dreadwolf story give him a more nuanced motivation beyond spite. From a treatise on the pagan and heretical customs of the Elven by Sentinel Tavernier of the University of Orlais, commissioned by Empress Celine. What does the word Levelin mean then? When I read Harellen and Levelin, they like rhyme. I wonder
Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the dread wolf, Fenharel. In elven tales, he tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time. Setting Fenharel in Mythal's greatest sanctum is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the chantry.
Then why is it here? Oh, okay. My clan had Fenharel statues.
My clan set statues of the Dread Wolf outside our camp. They're meant to frighten harmful spirits.
Perhaps. I thought the ancient elves above quaint superstitions.
For all your knowledge, Lady Morrigan, you cannot resist giving legend the weight of history. The wise do not mistake one for the other.
Pray tell, what meaning does our elven expert sense lurking behind this?
None we can discern by staring at it.
Oh my god! My boyfriend and my girlfriend. Guys, please, we can all get along. Interestingly enough, Cole has remained so silent. Cole has remained so silent. I really thought that Cole would have more to say in a place like this, right? Isn't that really strange? Blackwall said more than Cole. Okay, I have to say this.
You two look like you're about to kiss when you argue.
'Tis time we pressed forward.
Agreed.
My wife and my boyfriend. That's so funny. I love that so much. They just start bickering because like they're like, actually to each other. My god. I'm really stressed and I'm really overwhelmed because like this imagery, I'm trying not to look too far into it, but like if Flemeth is connected to Mythal, I'm gonna shit myself. Because Morrigan's here too.
The Temple of Mythal, constructed in an age when elves, not men, dominated.
Oh my god.
They believed Mythal a goddess of justice. Elves came here to request judgment after they proved their worth.
Silence has reigned here for time beyond memory.
That's such a cool line. Oh my god. Oh, I feel like I need I need to breathe, man. This feels too much. This is too much. Oh my god. All right. Stop panicking. I'm the god of panicking. Yeah, look, Samson just looks so normal. What the fuck? Oh, he's got a spike. Ooh. His unbreakable spiky chest.
Hold them off!
His armor doesn't look special at all. Looks like you could just cut his arm off if you wanted to. You know what I mean? Well, at least we're seeing Samson now. And I guess, like, we'll be able to, like, defeat him. What happens if you don't complete or even engage with that quest with Cullen and Dagna to research how to break through the armor? I'm assuming, like, maybe the fight would just be, like, more difficult or something. Because there's no way we're not killing that guy. He just looks so silly, though. They make such a big deal out of his armor, and there's, like, just nothing really special about it. Like, imagine if he was, like, in, like, an ironmonger.
Come on, we might catch them.
Come on, we might catch them.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
People are dying outside while we stand here. If we use the tunnel, more of our soldiers can flee.
In this case, I must agree with the witch. This is ancient ground, deserving of our respect.
You see the urgency? We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
Oh. That's interesting. Well, I mean, I agree. But also, that's an interesting little statement. I thought that she doesn't know what it is.
We don't know what's behind those doors. They might have a reason for going another way.
Had they the option, they would have proceeded. That must lead to their goal.
Their goal? Or yours?
Oh. What the fuck? Whether I wanted it or not.
There is a danger to the natural order. Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
Okay, so you know what it is, you liar. This quest has some of the best lines. It's so good. Yeah, how interesting that even if we don't choose the option that is like sort of accusing her of having her own agenda, we say it to her anyway. Again, just another instance of like our dialogue, like feeling like it doesn't matter as much, you know, when you pick something and it still says something else, or you pick something and it's angry when you don't think it is. It's the unfortunate sort of drawback of having a voiced protagonist or like this type of dialogue tree instead of like the original layout. I don't know about this.
I wasn't expecting your answer to be so romantic.
Trust me, your surprise is matched only by my own. Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
Do you mind not keeping secrets at such a crucial moment, please? Keeping cards close to your chest.
What exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferably vague. The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
Huh.
Did you not trust me enough to tell me about this price when you read it?
I hoped to find more information. If I intended to cheat you, I would have feigned ignorance entirely. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
Big old in all capital letters. Big old Oh, follow Samson through the hole or perform the rituals. Damn, there's actually a choice. Interesting. I'm going to do what's called a making a new save game. Because this is maybe a really interesting alternate outcome. Okay. So you can drop through the hole, or you can do something over this way. We're going to do the rituals, obviously.
Yes.
Cool. Right, we got some more stuff.
You've seen the elves here. They seem odd.
Indeed. 2 things are possible. 2, the second appears unlikely, but if true...
Is that even possible?
With magic, anything is possible. Whatever the truth, the Guardians successfully kept the temple a secret. They must kill all who enter, even the Dalish. A more sensible question might be, why?
Why?
I want to discuss the well again.
Oh, I see. An opportunity to use the well may not even arise. I understand this. All I meant to suggest is that, if it does, I be the one to do so. I am willing to accept the consequences.
What if something happens to you? What about your son?
Kieran is a strong lad. He will thrive, with or without me.
Are you sure of that?
I am sure of precious little these days.
Well, I mean, soul of an old god.
Yes.
And all that. I've got a lot of going around in my head right now.
More rituals. What are they for, do you know?
I believe they signify an intent to lay oneself bare, to champion a cause without pity, regret, or shame. Mythal's cult was not fond of vacillation. One approached them with nothing less than complete confidence.
What happened to those who were less sure of themselves?
Legend does not say. Perhaps this place has a more gruesome history than we know.
Do you know what this part of the temple was used for?
It may have served as a chamber of reflection, perhaps to contemplate the righteousness of one's cause. More importantly, I suspect none were permitted beyond this area without a priest. Ancient texts claim Mythal passed judgment in the flesh, but 'twas surely the priests who proclaimed rulings here.
Why did the ancient elves insist on so many rites?
We may safely assume one did not petition high priests for Mythal's justice by strolling up and knocking. I see no more insufferable ceremony here than in a chantry.
Let's continue.
As you wish.
Morrigan continues to be so amazingly frustrating. In like, what are your true intentions? You know, like when we went and got like the tome, we had to go defeat Flemeth. What we thought we defeated Flemeth to give her the book. And then she just shows up in Dragon Age 2 like, oh, look at me. I'm alive. I put myself in this little necklace. Now go and take me to a mountain. You know, like, oh my God. And we didn't even know what Morrigan really wanted with that book either. You know what I mean? She's like, thanks for the book. This will allow me to do things. These witches, man, I swear to God. Why is the only statue in this place as well that we've seen outside of Mythal Fenharel as well, you know? Like, what's the deal? Oh, God, it's another one of these. What's the deal with that? Oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell, mate. How am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to do that? This is unreasonable. Wait a minute. Oh, I should have gone... Damn it. Oh. Okay, well you can... Oh no, if you jump off it resets too. What the fuck? Okay. Performing the rituals is going to take us a lifetime. But how the hell am I going to get those ones on the end? How the hell am I supposed to get those ones? You know what I mean? While also going back the other way. What does this do? Oh, damn. Okay. I see. So... Oh, fuck, it shuts the gate behind us. Okay, hold on. If I go that way, go around, and then come out this way, I'm still going to need to get... Maybe I should start there, actually. Because this is going to be a problem. Fuck. God damn it. Okay, well... Oh my god. Yeah, I fucked it. Because... I can't... That one's an odd one out. Poopy. Because I can't jump across diagonal. As soon as I jump, it'll cancel, right? Because doesn't count if I land on it. I can't do a diagonal thing. Oh, fucking... Did that work? That worked! What the fuck? I did both of them at the same time. What the fuck? Yeah!
Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
I actually managed to get both of them to activate. That's so silly. Yeah, I meant to do that. Let's go. Okay. So the rituals is just a bunch of walking puzzles. Ow, my ankle. Alright, let's do another one. I don't know where to start, but we'll just wing it. Yeah, first try. Let's go!
The ritual is complete.
We are close. There is but one more path to follow.
What does this mean? All the imagery we have is the elven statues we see everywhere. We've got Fen Harel. We've got dragon women statues. And if it's Mythal, who is a goddess, that's the only sort of feminine form that we've seen around here. Losing my mind over here. Let me tell you. So there's only 3 rituals. Okay, so what's over here actually? Hold on. Before we complete this ritual and proceed, what's in the 4th area if there's only 3 rituals? What are you hiding? Excuse me. I must try and circumvent the obscenely large tree trunks. No inscription to read. And they've all got no arms. I don't know if that's like... I don't know if that means anything. Or whether that's just they're just reusing the same model every time. But every single one has no arms. Alright, there's just nothing. Alright. Oh, this one's blocked anyway. Fun. Okay, where should we start? Okay, we shouldn't even need to step on this. Wait, what? What's going on? Did I miss one? Oh, there's another side. There's multiple. Okay, so... Oh, the one ritual is the one room. Oh. Okay. Fuck. Well, then... Ready? Okay. Oh, shit. Alright. Alright, that's done. And then we go over here. And then we can just do the same thing. So this was two rituals in one, so that makes sense why that was like that. Oh shit, I fucked it. Hang on, can we do this again? You reckon? Damn it. We couldn't recreate the magic. I fucked it up again. Alright, I'll do it this way. There you go. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay. How did we start this the last time? I think it was this one. We start here, and then go here, and then do this. Yeah. There you go. Did this last time. There's not another one, is there? And then we run along this way. No way. What the fuck's going on? Wait, what? Oh, hang on. Wait. So if... Wait. Okay, hang on. So if I leave this one... Does that mean I should have... I should use someone else? Can I do that? Wait, why are you up here all of a sudden? How did you even get up here, guys? I said hold. I pressed the fucking hold command. I wish that this game would work. I pressed the hold command for a reason. Okay. What the fuck? I'm a little bit confused. So every tile is lit on this side. And then, okay, they're still active. Okay, which way should I approach this? Down the bottom, I think. And then I go, yeah, that one first. Does it still stay active? Okay, that looks like it's still active. Yeah, okay. Oh, Solus almost made me step on the same one twice. Okay, that one's still lit up, so...
There. Everything is lit.
Okay.
The whispers are louder.
Come, let us see if the doors have opened.
Cole's saying stuff now. Okay, so we did it, that one, and then that one, it didn't work, but we did it the other way around and it worked. Maybe it's because, well, I mean, this one's blocked by rubble, so maybe you can only do it one way, but if you do it the other way, it doesn't work, which is kind of strange. Okay. Let us proceed.
"'Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?"
We're being watched.
Whoa.
Venavis, you are unlike the other invaders. You have the features of those who call themselves elven. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
Slumber? Oh my god, they've been sleeping. Okay. So, not like generations staying here or, you know, immortality, but slumber. That makes more sense. Also, they are able to speak to us. I was kind of expecting them to only like speak in elven because of the whole sort of ancient thing. And especially with like the first word there, I'm like, oh my god, they're going to speak and we're going to have to like have like a language barrier thing. We'll be like, I don't understand the ancient elven.
I don't understand the slumber bit. Who are you?
I am called Abelas. We are Sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
Damn. Ugh.
Our people have lost everything. They need you. They could learn from you.
Our people? The ones we see in the forest, shadows wearing Valisleen. You are not my people. And you have invaded our sanctum as readily as the Shemlin.
We knew this place was sacred. We've respected it as best we could.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mythal. If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them. When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
This is our goal, is it not? There is no reason to fight these Sentinels.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
Oh, God. Accept the Sentinel Elves' bargain, refuse their offer, or refuse their offer. Wow, okay, well... I don't know what this is, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what that is. Obviously, it's a source of something if Corypheus wants it, but... I don't know enough to drink the Mountain Dew. You know what I mean?
I accept your offer.
You will be guided to those you seek. As for the Vera Bellasan, it shall not be despoiled, even if I must destroy it myself.
No!
Morrigan!
Whoa. Oh, shit. She wants it badly, dude. What the fuck? Morrigan wants it bad. If only she transformed into a spider form and then glitched into an upright position. For a pure callback to our Origins playthrough. Wow. Okay, so we accepted the offer, but like... Morrigan is gonna try and stop the destruction. We'll be like, we're not with her, by the way. That's not my wife. It's someone else's wife.
This would be our guide.
Mythal asked.
That's helpful, since Morrigan chased off on her own.
Solus?
She seeks to protect the Well of Sorrows.
She turned into a bird.
Yeah. Yeah. I love this book that's being carried. This is so cool. I want to get a closer look at you. Oh! Okay, I was wondering why you were going off to the side. Oh, hang on, there's enemies. Should we go out this way? I'll make a save. Oh, we should help him. So Sentinels that are here to protect the Temple of Mythal. That's cool. So they are awoken from their slumber only to protect this place. Okay. And they say with each invasion, so it's been invaded multiple times already in the past. Look at the giant book. All right, hang on a sec. I'm confused. So, hang on. Is this our guide here? What's in here? Oh no, there's multiple of them. Okay, hang on. Where does this go? Oh. Statue of Mythal. Do we have like multiple pathways to go? That's really interesting. There's a pathway that like avoids combat, but a pathway that like goes through it maybe?
This looks untouched.
I've seen Orlesian palaces with less gold. What did the ancient elves do here?
Perhaps it was meant to kindle a sense of awe in visitors.
Well, it's working.
Now, this gives me the vibes of remember when we started desecrating those crypts with the with the elves, and then we lost elven favor. Looting stuff within here gives me that same vibe. It's like you want to like grab everything you can, but then I'm like, will they look upon me badly for touching stuff within the Cave of Wonders, you know? But also confirmation, this is Mythal. This is the statue, which is a pretty easy thing to sort of come to terms with when you see how many statues are in this form. The judgment of Mythal. Whenever one of the people wronged another, they would not call on Elganon to avenge them, for his fury would destroy all it touched. Mythal saw this Mythal saw this bring strife among the people and went to Elganon. She offered to deliver justice when the people warred amongst themselves. Elganon saw her wisdom and agreed, binding all to abide by her verdicts. Some petitioning Mythal for justice hid jealousy, accusing those who had done them no wrong. She saw their lies and struck them down. Others, petitioning Mythal for justice, burned her wrath for imagined slights. She saw their weak hearts and struck them down. Those coming to her with clear minds and open hearts were granted judgment and protection, and Mythal harried their enemies until the end of their days. Story of the elven god Mythal. Author anew. I'm gonna loot. We're gonna do it. Longbow of the Griffin. Nice. So this is the path of like no combat and some lore. Look at the... Yeah, I was just going to say, look at the images.
I believe she would prefer that we remain close.
Just a quick look around.
Quick look, please. Because we've seen like mosaics or pieces. I can't even... Okay, we can't read all of them. Elganon. Elganon, wrath and thunder, give us glory, give us victory over the earth that shakes our cities. Strike the usurpers with your lightning, burn the ground under your gaze. Bring winged death against those who throw down our work. Elganon, help us tame the land. Mosaic of Deepening. Deepening and Falondin are linked in Dalish legend as inseparable twin brothers. Scraps of elven stories from after the fall of Arlathan, transcribed into Tevinter and recently lent to our fair university, refer to them as twin souls, but draw no family connection. The oldest stories never even name them directly, referring to Falondin as Deepening's shadow and Deepening as Falondin's reflection. The little we understand implies their bond was not romantic beyond even the strongest friendship. The legends of Deepening and Falondin may have been an allegory for complex elven relationships we lack context to comprehend. Alright, hold on. Ghilarnain. It's Ghilarnain, okay? I don't care how the game pronounces it. Ghilarnain kept herself apart from the people. She used her power to create animals none had ever seen. The skies teemed with her monsters, the land with her beasts. Anduril hunted them all, and after a year of killing, approached Ghilarnain with an offer. The gods would share their power with Ghilarnain, but only if she destroyed her creations, for they were too untamed to remain among the people. Ghilarnain agreed and asked for 3 days to undo what she had made. On the first day, she struck down the monsters of the air, except those she presented to Anduril as a gift. On the second day, she drowned the giants of the sea, except those in deep waters, for they were too well wrought. And pride stopped her hand, what pride had wrought. On the third day, she killed the beasts of the land, except the Hala, whose grace she loved above all else. This is how Ghilarnain was made youngest of the gods. What pride had wrought. Oh, there's Veilfire. 2. This would be cool if this one, you could only interact with this with like Veilfire or something. Which one is this? That is a wolf, right? This is Fen'Harel, but we can't read it. Okay. We'll carry the Veilfire with us. There's a lever. Oh. Codex unlocked. Ancient Elven writing. This Elven writing found in the Arbor Wilds is so old there seems to be no way to learn what it means, okay? I can't even see anything on there. Oh, this is just going back to that, okay. Cool. Alright. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, alright. Can't do anything with that. Mosaic of Silas. Silas, whose heat rivals Elganon's light. Silas, whose temples rival Mythal's cities. Silas, whose breath rivals Andril's spear. Silas, whose skill rivals June's craft. Silas, whose fire cannot be quenched. We give ourselves gladly to your service. Hang on. I hear the untranslatable elven writing. Oh, is it just the same? No? Okay, I'm just being blind. Where is it? There. This Veilfire script was hidden in the Arbor Wilds. Thank you. Why is it in a different place compared to the other one? Why not put it right next to each other? Why even have it at all? Can it? And it's not detectable. Like, it's not popping up as like the Veilfire runes, but it says that it was Veilfire related. So they're like hidden from us, which is really annoying. I think I could hear the sound effects, but like very lightly. This guy stood right on top of my fire mine. God damn it. There seems to be so many optional, well, not so many, but there seems to be optional routes for us to take here. And I want to see everything. Oh, well, this is a secret door that I can't open. Oh, this will probably end up going through or around here soon. I feel like helping the Sentinels is a good thing. Big ass hammer. Okay, so this is where we're supposed to go. Hang on, I can hear it. I can hear the Veilfire. Nope. Guess I'm just crazy. I can hear it though. I swear to God. All right, we're gonna go back to the guide anyway. Because it looks like it looks like that'll just go through there. I just want to obviously follow her. Him? I don't know why I've assumed that the guide's it. I don't know why I've assumed the gender. Okay, now he's just walking into walls. Ooh.
The Sentinels are holding off the Red Templars.
No, they're not.
They're dying faster than they wanted to.
No, they're not. We helped them. We did everything. We did extracurricular activities. Oh, you're going over that way. Okay. I always love looting stuff, like a random chest in here and it has like a dwarven carter hat. They just loot that makes no sense. Okay, and this was like right next to where the fighting was. So the guide is just skipping all the fighting if you want. I just went this way. That's funny. Well, see, here's the thing. I worry about missing things, so I just end up doing this. We do everything. Do. Oh yes, and now this door will open, right? That makes sense. Trotting along. Ooh. Oh, this isn't even... Okay, we just got given some free crap. And crap it is, indeed. Okay? Oh, okay. I thought she was going to lead us out. They were going to lead us out. Alright, I guess you have to fight in this room and then you proceed. Okay. Sure. Alright, we did it. I wasted my time then, like, doing things ahead of time.
The Well of Sorrows.
Maker's balls.
So Mythal endures.
It's loud and so cold.
Fucking Blackwall, dude. Maker's balls.
Fight on! An army of these bastards won't stop us! How will you get to the well, General? Tell me, you bro...
See, this is the person who I thought Samson was. Ew.
You tough bastards. A day's march, hours of fighting, and still fierce as dragons. The Chantry never knew what it was throwing away.
Samson, sir, watch out!
Inquisitor. You and those elf things don't know when to stop. You've hunted us half across Thedas. I should have guessed you'd follow us into this hole.
I've got my stupid torch. Yeah, those big beefy dudes, that should be what Samson looks like. That should be his armor. It looks like he's got some sort of special shit going on here. So strange. Also, it's just weird having, obviously, Gideon Emery. Because Gideon Emery was Samson, I assume, in Dragon Age 2 then, while also being Fenris. And then hearing Gideon Emery again, you're just like, huh? It's over, Samson. Why can't I pick any of these? Okay, I guess I'll just press the button. It's over, Samson. Surrender.
Your reserves are gone. So is Delirium. Isn't it time to stand down?
To enjoy the mercy you showed our brothers and sisters? No thanks. Corypheus chose me twice. First as his general, now as the vessel for the Well of Sorrows. You know what's inside the well? Wisdom. The kind of wisdom that can scour a world. I give it to Corypheus, that he can walk into the Fade without your precious anchor.
Look at his face. Okay, this is really strange. I can't select any of these.
What's your part in it? What's a vessel?
What else empties a well? I'll carry its power to Corypheus. One more task entrusted to me. Being force-fed Chantry lyrium was good for something. This armor makes me a living fortress, mind and body. I won't forget a word of the well's knowledge. Corypheus will be unstoppable.
Mate, you've got a lyrium horn in your chest, and that's it, mate.
Once Corypheus is that powerful, you and your soldiers will just slow him down.
You dare say that to my face? After you butchered my men? You're no match for Corypheus. Even if you drink from the well, you'll never master its wisdom as he could. This is the strength the Chantry tried to bind. But it's a new world now, with a new god. So, Inquisitor, how will this go?
Oh, nice. Destroy his armor. Okay, so his armor looks like it actually does something. It just glows. And then we're gonna go, hi-ya!
Power's all well and good, until it's taken away.
What did you do? What did you do? My armor is gone. Delirium! I need it! Kill them all!
Got him.
Take them! I'll show you, bastards! There we are!
Did he just grow bigger? Did he just get large? He's... what? Okay. He's impressing me. He's surprising me here. What the fuck? He's growing big. He's going big mode. The hell is that? Oh, he just fucking murdered Cole.
You think you'll win?
Is he getting even bigger?
Come on then.
He's got lyrium footsteps. The fuck? I mean, he's gonna go down like a bitch anyway, but wow, okay. Impressive. Impressive for a bitch. Is he trying to drink? Oh my, what the fuck? He's drinking big potion. Stop growing, what the fuck? Get burned. My sword isn't doing anything to him. The fuck? Oh, there's a sentinel here as well. What the fuck?
Not the well, you wretch. You can't take it from...
Oh, he's got red lyrium knuckles.
You mustn't.
Still breathing after all that. Impressive.
We can take him back to Skyhold for judgment.
Acquired certainty. Whoa, it's a bunch of Illuvians.
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
I don't know what it... Okay, so hang on. Well, think logically here. The anchor was what Corypheus needed to get into the Fade physically, and we ruined that. We spoiled the mark for him, and apparently the well is a means to be able to do that in a different way. And Morrigan seeks that power. She wants to drinky. I don't know if we need it per se, but we did stop Samson. This is very interesting. It seems that what is going to happen here is, like, whether we wanted it or not, we've stepped into a war with the ancient elven, with the Sentinels, okay? It seems that we have despoiled this place regardless, but I'm really curious here. I'm going to say back off Morrigan.
Enough.
You cannot honestly...
I said enough.
The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus, can you afford not to use it?
Do you even know what you ask?
No.
As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this. All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
Whoa.
It's better that knowledge remain in the well, never passed on. You'd rather destroy it.
There are other places, friend, other duties. Your people yet linger.
Elven such as you?
Yes, such as I.
You have shown respect to Mythal, and there is a righteousness in you I cannot deny. Is that your desire? To partake of the Vira Belasan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
Oh, wow. So it's being offered to me, but Morrigan wants it bad. Like, we saw that.
Gifts like this don't come freely.
No boon of Mythal was ever granted without cost. The Vira Belasan may be too much for a mortal to comprehend. Brave it if you must. But know you this. You shall be bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to a goddess who no longer exists, if she ever did.
Bound as we are bound. The choice is yours.
Well, they're bound in the fact that they might be like forcefully contained here. I don't know. They said that they're like in slumber and they only awaken when the temple is invaded. So they might not be like bound to an actual entity, but bound to the idea of it.
Is it possible this Mythal might still exist?
Anything is possible.
Elven legend states that Mythal was tricked by Fen-Harel and banished to the Beyond.
Elven legend is wrong. The Dread Wolf had nothing to do with her murder.
Murder? I said nothing of...
She was slain, if a god truly can be, betrayed by those who destroyed this temple. Yet the Vira Belasan remains. As do we. That is something.
Slain.
Are you leaving the temple?
Our duty ends. Why remain?
There is a place for you, Lethaline, if you seek it.
Perhaps there are places the Shamlin have not touched. It may be that only Uthenera awaits us. The blissful sleep of eternity never to awaken, if fate is kind.
Okay, so they are able to leave. They're able to move on, but because this place has now been despoiled, it's been touched by us, Morrigan's here, you're like, fuck it, we're out of here, you know? I don't think so. It's not their fight.
You can walk away from the temple? Just like that?
After you drink, nothing remains to hold us.
Malas amalin nahalam abalas.
I'm really impressed with Solus here, actually.
His name, Abalas, means sorrow. I said, I hoped he finds a new name.
Aw. Named after the well.
You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mythal's last Eluvian will be no more use to Corypheus than glass. I did not expect the well to feel so hungry.
Wow, okay. Yeah, really impressed with Solus there, because Solus is kind of, he seems to almost look down on the Dalish, right, and other elves, and he's like, feels like he's above that, and he's always just kind of, he's been a little bit weird, and he's like separate from all of it, right? So it's kind of nice to see him being like, hey, there's place for you. Like, you can find your people. Like, that was really nice. I like that. Maybe it's because they're ancient that he's like, I like these ones because they're not the Dalish, maybe. Do we feel that, or just her? Yeah, that feels strange.
Seems like that should be a concern.
Knowledge begets a hunger for more. I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service.
Or more likely to your own ends?
What would you know of my ends, elf?
You are a glutton drooling at the sight of a feast. You cannot be trusted.
Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
She thirsty. If only she could have been this thirsty for Mapo Broska. Where would we be, you know? She's thirsty for that well, though, let me tell you. Training.
You alone. This is my heritage.
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mysteries of which you could only dream. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
Do not speak recite the dark magic to me, which I was there when it was written. I don't think.
What about you, Solus?
No. Do not ask me again.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. She wants it bad. And, like, I don't know. So, I'd be apparently bound to the will of Mythal forever. Morrigan seems willing to pay that price. I don't know. Giving everything that's going on here, I feel like I might let her take the fall, but then I forsake all this elven knowledge. I don't know.
Perhaps you're right.
I am. You know I am.
You're not concerned about the price. Bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to the will of a dead god? It seems an empty warning. Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Who can say otherwise? I do not fear it, even so.
Are you sure you want this, Morrigan? We don't know what will happen.
We do not, and yet it must be done. I am ready.
Morrigan will gain the power of the well. The Inquisitor will gain the power of the well.
Thoughts?
She is right about only one thing. We should take the power which lies in that well.
I trust you with this power more than her. But it's not for me to decide.
So many voices. They would be in your head, talking over you. You don't want them.
Enough deliberation. Give me your decision.
Looking at it, listening to it. That's not just knowledge from the ancient elven priests. It's their will.
How would you know such a thing?
That's what Abelas was telling us. The collective will of the priests puts anyone who drinks under a compulsion, a gas. Can't you feel it?
That would match the legends, but it does not tell us what the gas entails. I would still use the well, but you are right. We must be cautious.
Okay. We've exhausted all options, and still with all of that, Morrigan's like, give it. I want to drink. So interesting. So if Abelas means sorrow, then Abelasan would mean sorrowful, right? Like Solus means pride, and Solasan means prideful, right? I love getting the elven words. That seems like that would be right. All right, you've worn me down. Drink the bloody thing, will you? Let me know how it tastes.
It's yours.
What the fuck? Iron Bull, I don't like that. Just him. Like, just him. Alright, focus. Oh, there. Okay, there it is. That was very delayed. Of course, Vivian disapproves. Cassandra, though, as well.
Morrigan!
Bath time.
Are you alright?
Elasin Salah. Visan Allah.
Whoa.
I am intact. There is much to sift through. But now we can...
Bound to the will of Mythal. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, shit. Sup? You're too late. We drank the mountain dew. Your plot has been foiled again. He's angry. Oh.
The Illuvian.
Why am I glowing blue? Oh yeah, because like Morrigan can use it. Why am I glowing? Hello? What the fuck? The mirror shattered. What a lady. What the fuck? He actually threw a tantrum. And now Morrigan will sell her Well of Sorrow's bathwater. Oh, damn. Okay. What the fuck? Well, it's a good thing that you had this mirror ready to go then, huh? Wait, where am I? Oh. Thank you.
It is done.
Sorry. There was an entity that entered the mirror with you.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor.
Hope so.
When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not hide.
Just imagine the whole time we sealed that door and Corypheus is just, let me in, and he's just bashing the door constantly. Like, I'm genuinely surprised that there wasn't any sort of like, I'm going to ride my dragon over the top and like go over. Maybe there's some sort of protection or whatever, but he had an archdemon and it still took him that long to get in. What? It went through the Illuvian and then it shattered, but something followed them in there. Assumedly Mythal, right? Like there's no other real answer for that. Just looks like an old woman.
You sound pretty certain when you say that.
The Well of Sorrows held many voices, and they speak to me now from across the ages. They hold wisdom, secrets I never dreamed possible. But even they fear what Corypheus has become.
Yeah, do you know how he can be killed?
Should we fear him more than his army?
Possibly. Luckily for you, he has a weakness. The dragon he calls is not truly an archdemon. It is a dragon in which Corypheus has invested part of his being. He doubtless did so out of pride to emulate the gods of old. That pride can be exploited. Kill the dragon, and his ability to leap into other bodies is disrupted. He can be slain.
So has he always had that dragon since Legacy then? Just kept it somewhere? And then when he finally had his stuff, he like went to go visit his old pet at like the dragon foster home. It was like, I'm ready. Give me my dog back. And then old mate Cornfalix is like making Horcruxes. We're literally facing the Dragon Age equivalent of Voldemort.
Just kill his dragon. Why didn't we think of that before?
There is a way to defeat the dragon, to match Corypheus in his power. The well whispers it to me now. Your help will be required, Inquisitor. Speak to me when you are ready, and we shall begin.
Okay.
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
Thanks, Cullen. Bring Samson to Skyhold for Judgment Operation available. The final piece. Final piece. Morrigan wishes to talk. She has a plan to counter Corypheus and his dragon. Amazing. Okay, we got some history. And another thing. What pride had wrought? I thought it would be that one, but it's this one. And as the black clouds came upon them, they looked on what pride had wrought and despaired, the work of man and woman by hubris of their making, the sorrow a blight unbearable. Pride, what other sin wounds us so deeply as pride? It drove the old Tevinter Magisters to blacken the Golden City, it pushed Mathrath to betray beloved Andraste, and it even has made fools of kings and peasants ever since the Maker formed us from nothing. Pride disguises itself in surety. Who among us has not looked at our fair country and thought, surely we are safe here under protection? Our world will last forever, for we are mighty and wise. These verses say to the faithful, go and look upon the ruins of old, and ask who remembers the faces of those who dwelled there. Only the Maker's knowledge is complete. The words he gave to us through blessed Andraste are the one true constant in our world. A land without the chant is doomed to be forgotten by time. Okay. We literally have a character in our party whose name means pride as well. The Sentinel elves. Elves ambushed us just when the Master said they would, 5 days into the wilds. They move faster than any elf I've seen, and they know the forest like they were born of it. The ones who escape melt back into the shadows. They're strong, and they know no fear. Every damn elf we cut down fights till the last. The attacks have slowed since we doubled the watch. We've killed enough to make them pause. Corypheus says the elves call themselves Sentinels. We were going over the plan for the final assault on their temple, and he told me the elves we're fighting are the last true priests of their old gods. Before I could stop myself, I asked how he knew. I felt like a damn fool the moment the words left my mouth, but the Master just looked at me and opened his hand. A second later, that magic orb was floating over it. He told me it was elven, that events made him believe it came to him for a purpose. The Master turned, and I thought I was dismissed, but his voice stopped me before I left. He said, solemn as I had ever known him, that there were many things he couldn't tell me, that he hid them so I would stay focused on the well. He said that while I'll sacrifice much, there will be no secrets once I've become the vessel. I left then, but I can't stop thinking about it. I'd swear there was regret in those last words. Wish I knew exactly what for. Charred excerpt from a logbook kept by Samson, recovered by Inquisition spies from the wreckage of a Red Templar camp in the Arbor wilds. The rest of the book is too blackened by fire to make out. incredible. And you know what's really hard is I really just want to go and do this and go and proceed with the story and see what's happening as it says the final piece. But look at all of this. You know what I mean? God damn it. With that one, guys, we will be bringing this episode of Dragon Age Inquisition to a close. So thank you so much for joining me for this one. This was crazy. There was so much going on. It was just a joy, an absolute treat, and just massive lore stuff with the elves. It made me so, so happy. So next time we'll walk around Skyhold, talk with our people, see what's happened after everything's said and done, just get those updates and perform that operation with Samson. And you know, I'm overwhelmed right now, so we're gonna take a break. We're gonna bring this episode to a close, and we'll pick it up next time. But I feel recharged. I feel regenerated, revitalized. Amazing stuff. Just super significant plot development, and I love it. So thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Dragon Age Inquisition, and I'll see you next time.